On Sunday, PV Sindhu became the second Indian sportsperson to win back-to-back medals at the Olympic Games. She's also the first female athlete from this country to achieve that honor. Sindhu now joins me live from Tokyo. Sindhu, there you are. I can see you. Sindhu, many congratulations, many congratulations. I was told that it was an extremely late night, which you got back to the village around 2 a.m. Has the morning been as hectic?
No, I mean, everything is like, it's like a happy moment. So nothing is like a hectic thing for me. So I'm just enjoying the moment right now.
Okay, Sindhu, you've experienced the high of standing on that Olympic podium, which is sort of the pinnacle of a sportsperson's career. You've achieved that honor first time in Rio. How different was it this time, considering all that has happened in the world in the last 15, 16 months?
Well, definitely, yeah, I mean, pandemic was one thing where, I mean, a lot of people were affected by it, and, everyone wasn't going into lockdown and nobody was supposed to train. But yeah, the government supported us, and finally, we could train and we got all the facilities. But I think apart from all that, tournaments getting cancelled, and, everybody was preparing really hard for the Olympics, getting postponed, and everybody waited for one more year. And I think it was an advantage for a lot of people, and also they've got enough time to actually learn new technique and skills. So yeah, I would say we waited for like 5 years, and finally we have played the Olympics at Tokyo. So it's definitely a different thing, and compared to Rio, very different, because we had no spectators, but I got used to it, because we've been playing tournaments since Jan. And apart from that, I think Rio is something always, everybody's dream. And for me, I think, I've worked really hard. I mean, there were lots of ups and downs, but I think apart from all that, the hard work, and I think the dream that has come true, I would say. Yeah, I mean, I'm just on the cloud nine.
Yes, we're actually seeing those shots of you on the medal podium, Sindhu. Just talk to me about the regret, because every champion wants to win gold, and you went there to win the gold medal. You didn't. It was a very difficult match against Tai Ying, but you got your focus back and then went into that bronze medal match. Talk me through that preparation, because clearly you were shattered within. How did you sort of get it back on to prepare mentally to play the bronze medal match?
Yeah, well, there were a lot of emotions mixed in, where, whether I had to be sad because I lost the match, or whether I have to be happy that I got another opportunity. So it was like a mixed emotion, but it was very important for me to just be calm and be composed, and, play tomorrow. But, it was really tough, but my coach and my physio supported me and encouraged me that, you still have a chance to get that medal, and getting a medal for the country at the Olympics is a very, very big thing. And my coach just said one thing, that there is a difference between third and the fourth. So there's a difference between bronze and the fourth medal, so fourth position. So I think, yeah, that went into my mind, and I'm like, yes, I will give my best. And even though I had that thing where I lost and I was sad, but I think the next day I was fine, and I was like, yes, I need to get this medal, and for the country, and I need to play for myself. So yeah, I think that was the only thing that was going on my head. And of course, pressure and responsibilities, and is always there. But it's just that you have to go into the court with a mindset where you have to give your best.
Sindhu, you won medals across all the big tournaments, be it the World Championship starting from 2013 right down till the World Championship, which you won in 2019. But I was just seeing the reactions of your coach, Park, and you after the match point yesterday. Considering the circumstances, considering the way you'll have had to train, sort of be in a bubble, do you consider this one of your most special victories?
Yeah, I mean, compared to 2016, this was definitely very different, because yeah, 2016 was, that time first Olympics, and nobody was like, had so much of pressure and no expectations. It was just like, yeah, Sindhu is going for the Olympics. But now it is a lot of pressure, responsibilities, and a lot more, so a lot of emotions. So yeah, I mean, this was comparatively very, very different. And also, as you mentioned, yes, of course, the pandemic. And yeah, I mean, for him, for my coach, I'm very thankful to him, because he, due to this pandemic, he couldn't go home. He couldn't spend a lot of time with his family members, but he was really working hard, and he was dedicated, with me every single day. And yeah, I think that's what we aim for, and that was the dream which has come true. So yeah, it's finally paid off.
We spoke last month. We spoke in June, and I told you I'm not going to disturb you after that. But we spoke in that interview, Sindhu. We spoke about the learnings from Rio. And what we're now seeing is that, this is all part of the journey for Indian sport, isn't it? It started with Leander Pais's bronze in 96, then Maleshwari becoming the first female sportsperson to win a medal in Sydney, Rathore silver, Bindra's gold, Sushil winning 2 Olympic medals, which was still then, it was considered unthinkable. And now you've gone and sort of become the first Indian female athlete to set the bar even higher. Do you figure out that this kind of performances that you've been giving is just going to inspire more and more and more people to go out there and take up sport?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure, my medal is definitely going to, motivate a lot of youngsters, and, even they're going to think for themselves that, yes, if I can do it, why not them? And I'm sure it will be a very good motivation and support for a lot of youngsters who will now tell for themselves that, yes, even we can do it, and even they will work hard. I think that is very important, because, when you watch a player it's like they understand what it is and what it takes, because it's not just a couple of months of hard work, but it's definitely years of hard work to come up to that level. So I'm sure a lot of people, who was taking me as an inspiration, I would just say, yes, you need to enjoy sport. At the same time, you have to work hard, because yeah, at the end of the day, hard work is the key for success. Also, at the same time, you need to know, like, what is your passion, and what you want to do. I think that is very, very important. It's not just that you just go and play some sport and just play and come back. You need to have passion towards the sport. I think that's very, very important.
Yes, and that passion has taken you to 2 Olympic podiums, hasn't it, Sindhu? But I really got to ask you this. You keep bringing up Rio, and at Rio, there were 2 Indian medalists, and one was you and one was Sakshi Malik. 3 Indian medalists right now from Tokyo, all 3 women. What's going on in Indian sport? This is that change which we saw in Rio. It's carried on to Tokyo, and this is perhaps one of the greatest things that we've seen in the last 6 or 7 years in Indian sport.
Yeah, well, it's really good, I would say, because I think women are doing really well, and I'm sure that, there will be a lot more in the couple of years. So I would just say one thing, that, we women should be strong, and we should be able to, like, face anybody and anything. I think, yeah, that is the way we are. And if we are strong, and if we work hard, I'm sure, we will achieve anything in life. So we shouldn't take a step back, but, rather we just take a step forward and say, yes, we are strong and we can face anything.
Have you had a chance to meet Mirabai and Lovelina at the games, or have you been sort of scared and in your room?
No, I couldn't meet them, because our stadium was really far. I mean, it's 1 hour away. So by the time we come back, it's almost like 6-7 hours. So we don't actually, meet, or yeah, I haven't met. So as soon as we come back, we are in the rooms. Just be careful about, ourselves, maintaining social distance, wearing masks all the time. Just go for dinner or lunch and come back as soon as possible. So yeah, this.
Yes, there will be plenty of opportunities to meet up when you're all back home safely, because, as you said, social distancing as well as a complete no-no from social media. I was trying to go through your timeline. I couldn't find anything much. But Sindhu, just talking about, you spoke about how this medal was one of the proudest moments of your life to win it for the country. But what about for yourself? Because, badminton women's singles, you had told me, is one of the toughest draws. Anyone could go out there and win the medal. And you've become just the 4th badminton player in women's singles to win medals at back-to-back games. Personally, that is something which would really have given you a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah, I mean, being the fourth woman, I mean, in badminton circuit, it's definitely a proud moment. And yeah, when I say proud moment for the country, I think it is also for myself. You know, you get that joy and happiness when you win a match, you know, and get that bronze and standing on the podium. So yeah, it is very, very different, and I've learned a lot of things from this. I mean, compared to 2016, yes, I've had experience, and you know, I've personally like improved my game and a lot of things, but I think now it's time to just cherish the moments and just be in the moment and enjoy the moment.
Okay, enjoy the moment. I'm not reminding you that Paris is just 3 years away. This is not an unusual Olympic cycle we are seeing. No, not 4 years. It's just 3 years away. But considering the fact, Sindhu, that you've won medals sort of at the World Championships multiple times, at the Olympics now multiple times, at the Asian Games, at the Commonwealth Games, you're sort of the benchmark right now. And you sort of know how to win in these big tournaments. What would your advice be to the likes of, say, very young athletes who've gone to these games like Saurabh Chaudhary, like Manu Bhakar, who had a lot of
Yeah.
expectations, but they could not win? It is crushing in a way. But what would your advice be, having seen and having known now on how to win at the big stage?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know, they would also have that pressure and expectations are a lot. But I think I just want to say that they've done really well and they perform really well. At the end of the day, you know, one should win and one should lose. But I just want them to enjoy the sport because, you know, at the end of the day, you have to play the sport. You just can't say no to it and come back because you're having pressure. So yeah, I mean, even though you feel that, I mean, you have to just think that yes, I'm playing for myself and I want to give my best 100%. I think that's all matters at the end of the day when you go onto the court. So yeah, the people out there who came here for the first time, I just want them to, you know, enjoy sport and know what it is and learn a lot. I mean, it's their experience because, you know, it's their first time and they learn a lot from this. So, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would have done well, but not the result that they would have expected. But I don't want them to be disheartened where, you know, they think it is all over, but, you know, they will get many more opportunities and, you know, many more chances in life. So they always have to, you know, take positives from here and come back much more stronger the next time.
Okay, I'll try and slip in one final question, Sindhu, because you always keep talking about preparation. I saw you prepare for Rio. This time we obviously couldn't see what your preparations were, but you've always said that the preparation is the key. And seeing your fitness levels, despite all that happened in this pandemic, just to see you on court, I think one of the major reasons why you could dominate that match and even the one against Yamaguchi was your reach, was your movement across court, the way you covered. How important is it to prepare the right way for an Olympic Games and not just trust your talent?
Well, it's very important. I mean, it's the same thing I am telling again. Yes, it's very important that you prepare. And this time in this pandemic, you know, we've had a lot of time because the tournaments have got cancelled. So it was very important that every time we train, we make sure that yes, we learn new technique and skill because we had enough time. So yeah, I've been focusing on my technique and skill because we had like a lot of time since the tournaments getting cancelled. And I think yeah, this pandemic I've utilized in a very good way where, you know, I've actually focused a lot on my skill and technique. So yeah, it worked up, and yeah, I've done well at the Tokyo.
Okay, since you won, ice cream sales, I am told, have gone up all over India. Hopefully you had your ice cream moment after...
Not yet, no.
You haven't had it. Okay. I think there's plenty of time. You're flying back in a couple of days, so you still have time to go out there. I think Mirabai Chanu, when she won, she wanted to have a pizza.
Yeah, but
Sindhu
yeah,
wants to have an ice cream.
I,
So,
I there are a lot more, not just ice cream.
okay,
So
what?
there
Tell
are a
me.
lot
Tell
more.
me, what is it
Yeah,
that you want to do now? Now that the Olympics are done, 1, 2 months, what do you want to do? What's on your bucket list?
my bucket list, maybe spend time with my family, maybe just go for a holiday, just relax for a bit, and then, you know, yeah, and then our tournaments will start. So just relax and spend time with family, and yeah, just take rest for a while, and then again back. So yeah, that's the yeah immediate things I would do. Just want to see
Yes.
my family first, and yeah.
Yes, you earned it, Sindhu. I think nobody can grudge you a couple of months off. But thank you once again for joining me from Tokyo. And
Thank
thank you once again for giving India so much celebration. Your medal, in fact, saw India go above the tally from Rio, and it seems to have inspired more and more people. The women's hockey team this morning has sprung a major surprise. So it's the Indian women doing very, very well at Tokyo.
Yeah.
Okay, PV Sindhu joining us after becoming just the second Indian to win 2 Olympic medals in individual capacity, and also the first female athlete, of course, from this country to win back-to-back Olympic medals.